Let me see. Internet is so difficult.
It is,
And
but
they,
we're good.
yeah, and they think that we got it because we're young, but I don't know.
All right, I'm going to double check, make sure we're live on my end, and then you
Let
and
me see if you're live, because you're live. Am I live?
I'm live.
Can you look and see at if my profile is
Yeah.
live? Yeah.
It
Okay,
says
yeah.
live. Yay, we
Hey,
got it
that's
to
what's up.
work. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Oh, man.
Been
All
tired.
right. Hey, friends. Welcome back to the Real Estate Roast, where we serve up hot takes with a side of sass and a whole lot of real talk. I'm Ashley, your favorite mortgage girl, here to decode the drama behind the numbers.
And I'm Mercedes, your friendly neighborhood realtor, and here to keep it real, keep it calm, and keep it moving, even when the rates are feeling a little rude.
And listen, this episode is for every person who said, maybe now, just not the time, and then opened Zillow at 11:43 p.m. with a glass of wine in hand like it's a hobby.
We see you, we love you, but we also got to talk.
Yes, we do.
Rates are making headlines again, and the panic is starting to bubble up. People don't know whether to buy or stay at home. So today we're breaking it down what the rates actually are and what that means for you, and why waiting could cost more than moving forward.
Okay, yeah, let's definitely talk some real numbers, not just vibes, not fear, not my cousin said, actual rates as of today. I just checked on them, and here's what we're seeing. We're seeing our 30-year fixed rate, our conventional, is around 6.75%. And when I say this is the baseline, this is like really good credit, this is down payment, this is good DTI. So in order for us to actually figure out what your rate's going to be, we can have you fill out an application, and I can actually figure out what the numbers are going to be for you. But this is where the average we're seeing. And it's cool because a lot of places where we're at right now in the industry and in the, oh my goodness, sorry. What we're seeing is that we're seeing a lot of sellers that are willing to offer concessions, and we can help buy down that rate. A lot of rate buy downs is what we're seeing right now. So with the 15-year fixed, we're at 5.98%. With FHA loan, we're at 6.27%. VA loan, we're at 6.29%. And obviously these shift constantly, but this is your ballpark snapshot.
National average. So,
Yeah,
like, not everybody's going to get that. This is on average, right?
absolutely. Yeah.
So people love to fixate. People love to fixate on just the 30-year fixed rate, but the reality is there are other products that might be a better fit depending on your situation specifically.
Exactly. Like if you know you're going to move or refinance in a few years, maybe a 5/1 ARM, which we didn't talk about previously, but it could save you thousands up front. But we've got to work with someone who will actually explain that to you, not just hand you a number and give you a goodbye wave.
Yeah, makes it difficult. And
Yeah.
because we pause for a second and say this, just because rates are high than they were, before, doesn't mean they're historically bad. The average mortgage rate in the 80s was what? It was over what was it?
12%. Yeah.
Yeah. People were still buying houses, from what I've heard, and
Yeah.
that's good. They didn't even have DoorDash, so
Yeah, the struggle is real. Honestly, we got spoiled with the 2.5% rates during COVID. That
mm,
was a once in a generation thing. And now people think they missed their only chance. And that is absolutely just not true. You didn't miss the boat. You just need a better captain.
okay. Let's talk about the dreaded F word, the Fed.
Every time Jerome Powell coughs, CNN runs a headline that sends buyers into a spiral, but the federal funds rate is not your mortgage rate. They're connected, but they're not identical twins.
Yeah. So, like, think of the Fed rate as setting the mood, and the mortgage rate is the emotional teenager reacting to it. That's the energy we're working with.
Yeah. Mortgage rates are driven by inflation expectations, economic outlook, investor confidence, and a sprinkle of drama. Sometimes when the Fed raises rates, mortgage rates usually go down because the market already priced it in.
So don't let the headline make your decisions for you. Get curious, ask questions, talk to Ashley, talk to
Yes.
your realtor, and don't just scroll and stress out.
So now that we've roasted the fear, let's talk action steps. What can you actually do if you're thinking about buying?
Mm, First, get pre approved. That helps me as a realtor, that helps you as a buyer. Please, not just pre qualified, not just I put in my income in a calculator. Actually, talk to Ashley and figure out your numbers.
Yeah.
Second, understand your payment. People obsess over the rate, but forget about taxes, insurance, and other stuff that actually impact your monthly costs.
Yeah, and third, make peace with the fact that you're not going to time the market perfectly. You're buying a home, you're not day trading stocks, and real estate is a long game.
Yep. Can we also say this? Some of y'all are trying to wait for rates to drop, but meanwhile, home prices are still going up. So,
Yeah.
yeah, you might get a lower rate later, but you could be paying more for that same exact house, not to mention rent in the meantime.
Yeah, and when rates drop, demand goes up, competition goes wild, and prices get even more aggressive. You either pay in rate or you pay in purchase price, sometimes both. And that's why we're locking in now. When there's less competition, let's be smart.
So, like, what if someone buys now at a 7% rate? Then what?
Great question. So, like, we have a built in refinance plan. You're not locked in for life. If a rate drops 1 to 2% in the next 1 to 2 years, we can look at a refi. And if you're working with someone like me, you'll hear way before that. So, like, I have this super cool software that I just recently learned about that I had access to. That after your loan goes through, we can decide what your trigger number is. And what I mean by that is that's the rate you want to refinance at. I can plug that information in, it will give me alert and we can automatically start the refinance process. That way, you're not waffling back and forth, and you're like, "Well, what a da da da." It's like, okay, if this happens, this is when we're going to do it, and we can have it all set up ahead of time because rates change even within hours sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's awesome, though. I've literally seen people go, I didn't even know I could refinance. And they've
yeah.
been sitting on like a 7.5% for 2 years, and rates were like at a 5.9. Don't be that person.
Yeah, absolutely. Work with people who can check in with you. Your mortgage should not be a set it and forget it type of deal.
hmm So here's the deal, there's no magical perfect time, there's just your time. If you're financially ready, emotionally ready, and you've got that right team, you're in a better position than 90% of the people waiting on that someday.
And look, home ownership gives you stability, predictable payments, a place that's truly yours. That's powerful. Don't let fear or clickbait headlines keep you from that.
Right. So if you're listening to this and you've been sitting on the fence, we got you. We get you, but don't let what if be the reason you're still paying someone else's mortgage.
Absolutely. DM us, send us your questions, let us nerd out over the numbers for you. Whether you're ready now or just curious, we've got you.
Mhm. We're here for it, rates and all. All next week, we're roasting another corner of the real estate world. So hit follow and stay tuned.
Yeah.
Also, did want to mention about the rates. I mean, as a realtor, I've been seeing people hopping into the market right now because because the rates are better than what they used to be. So a lot of people are jumping in, which means there's going to be a lot of competition. So if you're waiting, you better be ready to put them dukes up and get your money stacked up, your paper ready to throw in what the sellers are asking because soon there's going to be a lot of buyers and we're going to miss out.
Yeah, absolutely. Now's the time, especially it's in that sweet spot, right? Where we've got rates are coming down a little bit. They're still a little bit high, but we've got
Yeah.
options. Got options right now.
Yeah. I think so I actually have been working with like the market is just like starting to warm up. Like out of nowhere, I got like a buyer that I'm working with, and just recently, like you were saying, rates were just, they were high and they change so quickly. Like you just never know, and they can even go back up from here right now. But the people that are in and have their rates locked in, they're good.
Yep.
So you just don't want to wait around and miss out. I mean, you don't want to be fighting, the competition that's about to happen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for tuning into the Real Estate Roast. If you've laughed, learned, or already, there's a fly and it keeps getting me. Goodness. That's so annoying.
I hate
Sorry.
flies.
If you've laughed, learned, or are ready to stop doom scrolling rate charts, leave us a comment, share this with your home curious bestie, and subscribe.
See y'all next week, same time,